Good morning, dear students. So, in continuation of the yesterday's lecture on biostatistics, today we will see the type and presentation of data. So, as seen yesterday, data is set of values recorded on one or more observational units like object or person, etc. So, yesterday as seen types of data like qualitative and quantitative, discrete, continuous, primary, secondary, nominal, and ordinal data. So, qualitative is also called as enumeration data. So, represents a particular quality or attribute. There is no notion of magnitude or size of the data characteristic as they cannot be measured. Example includes religion, sex, gender, blood group. So, these are all qualitative data examples. So, coming to quantitative data, so which can be measured. So, also called as measurement data. This data has a magnitude. For example, say your height, your weight. So your blood glucose level, your BP. So everything can be represented to a numerical value. It is called as measurement data. So discrete or continuous data. So as we discussed yesterday, so discrete is here you always get a whole number. For example, number of beds in a hospital 10, 20, 30, 40, malaria cases 100, 150, 200. And continuous data is it can take any value possible to measure or possibility of getting fracture. Example, hemoglobin. For example, say 10.2, 10.3, 11.2, 11.5. So height and weight 886.4, 72.1, 60.5 kilos. So the height and weight. For height, say around 5 feet, 5 6 something like that. Okay. So it is a continuous data where even we have the decimal value. So quantitative data examples: hemoglobin level in gram percentage, height in centimeters, blood pressure in millimeters of hemoglobin, IQ scores. Whereas qualitative examples: anemic or non-anemic, tall or short, hypo, normal or hypertensive, idiot, genius or normal. So these are all examples. So this is the important question where you can expect in a 2 marks question. So coming to the primary or second data, primary obtained directly from individual. It gives a precise information. Second data obtained from outside source. Example, data obtained from hospital records or census. So nominal or ordinal data. So nominal data, information of data fits into one of the categories, but the categories cannot be ordered one above other. Example, color of eyes, race, gender or sex. Ordinal data, here the categories can be ordered, but the space or class interval between the two categories may not be the same. Example, ranking in the test. For example, if you conduct a test, so who all got highest marks, so that is all ordinal get, where we will give a ranks depending upon the marks you performed in the examination. So collection of data. So collect data carefully and thoroughly. So there should not be any compromise in the collection of data, because it reflects your study what you have done. So units of measurement should be clearly defined. Records should be correct, complete, clear, sufficiently concise, and arranged in a manner that is easy to comprehend. So collected data should be accurate. So measure true value of what is under study. Valid, that is measures only what is supposed to measure. And precise, that is gives adequate details of the measurement. And reliable, should be dependable. So sources for collection of data, census. So as we told, so census is nothing but the population update. So the first regular census in India was taken in 1881, taken every census, every 10 years. So defined as total process of collecting, compiling and publishing demographic, economic, social data pertaining at a specific times or times to all person in a country or deemed a territory. So last census was in 2011. So again it is due on 2021. So every year, so we'll have the collection of data regarding population in the country. Registration of vital like birth and deaths and marriage. So all these things we need to register. So notification of disease. So for example, latest COVID-19. So valuable source of morbidity data such as incidence, prevalence and distribution of specific diseases which are not felt, such as COVID-19, malaria, cholera or dengue fever in the existing place. Hospital records, primary and basic source of information about disease prevalent in the community. So epidemiological surveillance. So surveillance activities are conducted for disease like example, present example, COVID-19, malaria, leprosy, tuberculosis, filariasis, etc. So surveys, population survey supplement routinely collected statistics. Methods used in data collection surveys include health interview. So as we discussed yesterday, So one-to-one health examination, so oral examination, study health records, mailed questionnaire survey through mails or by post. So research findings of various research or investigations helpful for planning and implementation of health activities in general. So coming to the presentation of data. So data collected from various experiments does not lead to any information by itself. Hence, it should be compiled, classified and presented in a purposive manner to bring out important points clearly and strikingly. Therefore, the manner in which statistical data is presented is of utmost importance. So, principles of presentation of data. So, data should be arranged in such a way that it will arouse interest to read. So data should be made more sufficiently concise without losing important details. The data should presented in simple form to enable the reader to form quick impressions and to draw conclusion directly or indirectly. Should facilitate further statistical analysis, and it should define the problem and suggest its solution. So methods of presentation of data. So the first step in statistical analysis is to present data in an easy way to be understood. The two types of data presentation are tabulation, other is charts and diagrams. So rules and regular guidelines for table presentation. Table must be numbered. So every table should be given a number. So table 1, table 2, table 3. So brief and self-explanatory title must be given to each table. So heading of the columns and rows should be clear, sufficient, concise and fully defined. The data must be presented according to size of importance, chronologically, alphabetically or geographically. If data includes rate or proportion, mention the denominator. Table should not be large. Figures needing comparison should be placed as close as possible. So tabulation can be simple or complex depending upon the number of measurements of a single set or multiple set of items. So simple table, for example, so number of cases of various diseases in RN hospital in 2020. So malaria, acute gastroenteritis, leptospirosis, dengue. So all this thing normally. So in RN hospital in 2020, how many patients are admitted for whatever the reason. So it is a simple table. So frequency distribution table, qualitative data. Cases of malaria in adults and children in the between months of January and May 2020 in RN hospital. So January 2020 May. So adult, child, adult. So all this thing normally. So we can have a table, frequency table. So number of males, number of adults, number of children. So because of Vivax, Palsbury, all these things normally we can put in a table, frequency distribution table. So frequency distribution table with quantitative data. So fasting blood glucose levels in diabetic patients at the time of diagnosis. So between 120 and 20 number of males, number of females. So all these things normally that will have a, so in terms of the value, so we can put we can show the frequency distribution with quantitative data. Chart and diagram. Graphic representations used to illustrate and clarify information. Tables are essential presentation of scientific data, and diagrams are complementary to summarize these tables in a easy, attractive and simple way. So diagram should be simple, easy to understand, save a lot of words, self-explanatory, has a clear title indicating its content. It should be fully labeled. The y-axis is that the vertical part is usually used for the representation of frequency. So various charts and diagrams include bar diagram, histogram, frequency polygon, so cumulative frequency curve, scatter diagram, line diagram, pie diagram. So this is a very important question where you can expect this for your examination. So bar diagram, so widely used, easy to prepare tool for comparing categories of mutual exclusive discrete data. Different categories are indicated on one axis and frequency of data in each category on other axis. Length of bar indicate the magnitude of the frequency of the character to be compared. So three types of bar diagrams. One is simple, multiple or compound bar diagram, component or proportional bar diagram. So this is a simple bar diagram. So malaria cases in a hospital in May 2020. So you can see because of Vivax how many patients, because of falciparum. So all these things, that is simple bar diagram we can see. So multiple bar chart, each observation has more than one value represented by a group of bars. Percentage of males and females in different countries, percentage of deaths from heart, so this is in old and young, mode of delivery like normal and cesarean delivery in different female groups. So you can see the image. So multiple or compound bar diagram. So you can see because of, so the blue color indicates the number of male patients and red color indicates the number of female patients. You can see here class 1 Vivax, falciparum and mixed malaria. So because of falciparum the number of male is 102, and whereas in females is 57. Because of Vivax the same thing, 62 and 31 falciparum, and mixed is 290. So you can compare both males and females together. That is called multiple or compound bar diagram. So compound bar chart, subdivision of a single bar to indicate the composition of the two total divided into sections according to their relative proportion. So example, two communities are compared in proportional energy obtained from various foodstuffs. So it is defined. So you can see. So component of or proportion bar diagram. So we can see here proportional energy intake obtained from various food stuff by poor and rich in the community. So green indicates energy by fats, red indicates by protein, energy by protein, and blue indicates energy by carbohydrates. So poor community 10% of obtained by carbohydrate, energy obtained by poor community. So 10% of because of carbohydrate energy, 10% protein energy, and 80% because of fats. Where rich community 15% by carbohydrate, 30 by protein, 50 by fats. So this you can compare. Coming to histogram. So it is very simple to the bar chart, with the difference that rectangles of bars are adherent without gaps. It is used for presenting frequency table, that is continuous data. Each bar represents a class and its height represents the frequency, its width represents the class interval. So this is the class example for histogram. So number of individuals on y-axis and his height in centimeters in x-axis. So coming next, frequency polygon derived from a histogram by connecting midpoints on the top of the tops of the rectangles in the histogram. So the line connecting the centers of the histogram rectangles is called frequency polygon. So we can draw polygon with our rectangles. So we'll get a simpler form of line graph. A special type of frequency polygon is the normal distribution curve. So this is how the frequency polygon looks like. So fasting blood glucose in diabetics, the time of a diagnosis. So number of diabetics. So cumulative frequency diagram or Vogue curve. Here the frequency data in each category represents the sum of data from the category and preceding categories. Cumulative frequency are plotted opposite the group limits of the variable. These points are joined by smooth free hand curve to get a cumulative frequency curve or Vogue curve. So this is the curve. Scatter or dot diagram, also called as correlation diagram. It is useful to represent the relation between two numerical measurements, each observation being represented by a point corresponding to its value on each axis. In negative correlation, the points will scatter in downward direction, whereas in positive correlation, it is scattered upward direction. So in negative correlation, so if one value is increasing, other value decreasing, whereas in positive correlation, both values will be increasing together. So this is the example scatter diagram. So malaria cases during monsoon in our hospital last 2019. So this we can show in the scattered or dot diagram. So line diagram, it is a diagram showing the relationship between two numerical variables as scattered, but the points are joined together to form a line, either broken line or smooth curve, used to show the trends of disease with the passage of time. So changing the body temperature of patient after using an antibiotic. So this is y-axis temperature and x-axis temperature time in hours. So pie diagram. So this is the most common diagram where you can see in this one. In here, instead of comparing the length of a bar, the area of segment of circle are compared. The area of each segment depends upon the percentage which is converted to angle and drawn. So consists of a circle whose area represents the total frequency which is divided into segments. Each segment represents a proportional composition of the total frequency. So pie diagram. So distribution, you can see the number of malaria cases, all these things. So if we can add, so that should come to 100%. So 53 plus 15 plus 32. So that should come to 100%. So presentation of data is very important to understanding from the from collected from various experiments does not lead information itself. So it should be compiled, classified, presented in purpose manner to bring out important points clearly and strikingly. Therefore, the manner in which statistical data is presented is of utmost importance. So whatever you have collected data needs to be represented in the tables or charts for further analysis, so that is useful in the representation of data. So next class we will see the sampling methods. So measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, and non-parametric and parametric tests. Thank you.